What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Friday. Hope everybody's doing well. I am finishing up a little over 6 miles. I got another mile to go. I'm at about 5 miles right now, and um, wanted to hop on. Sorry, I got the timer going off in my in my head. What's up, you guys? Good morning. I'm not going to spend a ton of time on here, but you can see my caption says you got to take it. So I'm going to talk about that really fast as it relates to the things that you are pursuing, um, or the things that you want to pursue in your life. But we'll wait for a couple more people to jump on. What's up, Marvin? I see Marissa's on, Marcus Cole's on. Who else is on? Holla at your boy, say what's up. I'm out here. This is our last day in Hawaii. I'm in Wailea right now on the island of Maui, and just had a tremendous time the past basically 2 weeks that we've been here. Thanks for the hearts. I think that might be my mama, Ruby Jean. What's up, Marissa? Tell Charles I said what's up. So let me just talk about this real fast. I have an observation. One of the things that I love is impacting people in the world in a positive light. And one of the things that I've noticed about my life is that is certainly happening, and it's been happening. And the way that I know it is little things that spring up. Many of the messages that you know come in, um, even here in random places, running into folks and just having such so much, I guess, evidence of positive experiences. One of the biggest things that I saw is, what's up, David? Is, a couple weekends ago, about 3 weekends ago now, um, a couple buddies and I ran the 4x4x48, which in fact we are going to do again in about 2.5 months. Good morning. And And anyway, when that happened, little pods of people started getting up that weekend in the morning and doing the same thing. So we ran out in Southern California in Redondo Beach, but we had people seeing what we were doing, and then maybe they weren't running the 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours, but they would run a mile, or they would get out and they would walk a mile, or they got up and they started moving their bodies. And now I see people all over moving and being active and chasing their dreams and their goals and inspiring other people. And I put up a post on my Facebook about a week ago, and I was just talking about how simple of a guy that I am. And I'm not the smartest guy, I'm not the brightest guy. And you know what? The thing about me is I don't feel the need to be. I have people in my life that's their claim to fame. It is really important for them to be smarter than everybody else. That's not me. I don't want that title. I don't need that title. Um, but what I want to do is I want to inspire other people, and then I want those people to make changes in their lives, to go inspire other people. Then I want those people to make changes in their lives and go inspire other people. Then I want those people to make changes in their lives and then inspire other people, and then have sort of like a grassroots effect to where each one is teaching one. Each one is teaching one. One of the biggest problems that I see right now is we have way too much of a victim's mentality. Everybody, so many people right now, they want to try to find something that attach themselves to make themselves a victim. And if you read my book, The 12 Shifts, I always talk about I had a PhD in one thing, two things in my life. And I wasn't gifted academically, but I was the best of the best. in these two areas. One of the areas was blaming, and the other area was complaining. Oh, if you had 10 minutes, Jeremy, if you had 15 minutes, Mama, if you had 20 minutes, Janice, I would complain my ass off. I would I would find I would find anything and blame it. If it could be my son, I would blame him. It definitely was my wife. I would blame her. It was historical racism. I would blame that. It was old football coaches. I would blame that. It was God. I would blame him. It was the traffic. I would blame that. It'd be the weather. I blame that. It'd be the sitting president in office. I would blame that. It would be the state of California. I would blame that. I was so gifted in finding reasons for not accomplishing the things that I wanted in my life, and quite frankly, for not being happy and not being fulfilled. So when I say you have to take it, that's exactly what I mean. I have a lot of people that come to me these days and they profess or they proclaim, and they probably really want to do, and they'll sit down and I'll drive out to them and I'll sit down over coffee and they'll tell me all these things that's wrong with their lives, and they'll tell me what they actually want their best life to look like. I got to show you guys this. This is so pretty. Look at this street. Isn't this gorgeous? Holy cow. This is gorgeous. Give some hearts, man. This is one of the most beautiful neighborhoods. Look at this. It's just so pretty here. Wanting to change these areas of their lives. And the one great thing about, the folks that I roll with, the program that I'm a part of, the education and tutelage that I've been given, is we're able to equip folks with the right information, the right mentorship, the right training, the right mind development, the right emotional intelligence, the right game plan on how to go from where they currently are to their desired state. In my line of business, we call this structural dynamics. And we start teaching them how to work in structure. Two big things that a person must have if they are going to change these areas of their life. One is they got to make a decision, and two is they absolutely must stop doing some things and start doing some other things. This is the basics. I was on a call with someone the other day, and she said, how'd you become, what did she say? She said, so how did you do it? And I was like, how did I do it? I did it. And she was just talking about the overall life evolution. And I said, you went on our program and you lost some weight, right? She said, yes. I said, how much weight have you lost so far? She said, 16 pounds. And I said, the way I did it is no different than the way you lost 16 pounds. The way I'm doing it in life, the way I did it in life, is no different. I said, success is always the same. I said, after 5 years of my friend Priscilla Allen pursuing you so that you can have better health, you finally made a decision that you wanted to change, didn't you? So I said, that's step one. It's making a decision. You got to go take it. You've been sitting there wishing and hoping and blaming and complaining that this was going to change. And it's not. It never is. Just think about it. If the victims got, if the world truly cared about the people that don't have much, right? And that sit around and complain like me years ago and blame and fall into victimhood, if the world truly cared about them, wouldn't they just be exploding with success? Wouldn't I have been exploding with success years ago? Just think about it. No, you're only going to get what you tolerate and what you take. So I told her, I said, you made a decision that you didn't want to be heavy anymore. You made a decision that you didn't want to be tired anymore. You made a decision that you wanted to be ultra healthy for yourself, for your husband, and for your child. You made a decision. So I said that's step one. Step two is you stop doing some things consistently and you started doing some other things consistently, didn't you? I said, what did you stop? She said, I stopped sleeping in. I said, what else? She said, I stopped drinking soda. I said, what else? She said, I stopped eating bullshit. I said, what else? She said, I stopped allowing my relatives and my friends to make me feel bad about eating healthy. I said, what else? She said, I stopped snacking on my kids, um, on my kids, cereals and treats and stuff. And I said, okay, great. And I said, so what did you start? And she says, well, I started drinking more water. I started being more mindful. I started eating more frequently throughout the day. I started journaling. I started working on my healthy mind. I started hydrating, fueling myself better. I started sleeping better, going to bed earlier. I started setting timers on my phone to remind me of things I needed to do. And I said, wow, that sounds like you stopped um, just living this life of leisure and you started living in structure, right? And I said, so did you stop eating cupcakes and cookies and all the stuff you're doing? She says, yes. I said, did you start eating healthier foods and moving your body and stuff? She says, yes. And I said, and the consequence of doing those things over time was what? She says, I lost 16 pounds. I feel great now. I said, that's the same thing you do if you want to elevate your marriage, if you want to elevate your finances, if you want to elevate your business, if you want to elevate your spirituality, if you want to elevate anything, is that you make a decision and say, I'm not staying here. I am going to go take it now. I'm not going to sit here and blame anybody. I'm going to go do it. And then you stop doing some things. You might have to stop going to birthday parties. You may have to stop being part of PTA. You may have to stop coaching your son's baseball game for a season. You may have to stop spending all your time at work. You may have to stop hanging out with some friends. You may have to start having tough conversations with your significant other. You may have to start waking up a little bit earlier. You may have to start finding more people to connect with, building a positive relationships, building positive networks, getting your ass up and exercising, working out, making more calls, dialing the phone, investing a little bit more, delayed gratification. You're going to have to start all those things, and you're definitely going to have to stop a lot of things. Here's the problem. Because, well, there's lots of reasons for this. We never really make what we call a fundamental decision. And that is, I'm going to do this no matter what, come hell or high water, and nobody else can convince me differently. If human beings, anytime human beings get to that point to where they say, I'm going to do this no matter what, come hell or high water, even if I die, they do it. Just think about the history of the world. Think about the history of the United States of America. Think about the history, the people that for some reason or another decided to come west. Now, they didn't come west on freaking airplanes and helicopters and trains and none of that stuff. They came west on horse, buggy, and feet with all their belongings through the hottest summers, the coldest winters, freaking war zones, all sorts of stuff. And they still did it. Having to climb over the Rocky Mountains, snow caps, and they still did it. That's what you call a fundamental choice. A fundamental choice is I'm not relying on my husband to financially bankroll us anymore. And today is the last day I ask anybody else for some money. That's it. Come hell or high water, I am doing this or I'm willing to die. When you can get to a point to where you make a fundamental choice of this is what I'm doing, I am getting this damn weight off. I am building this business. I am going to have a positive impact with my life. I am staying in this marriage. I am being the father that I want to be. I am bringing on this many clients this month. I am building this amount of revenue. I am going to do it. Come hell or high water, I'm willing to die. If a person gets there, there's absolutely no way they will not achieve their goals. I am becoming a multimillionaire, and I am going to do it in the next 5 years. That's what I said. I gave myself 5 years. I was short. Took 5.5. From the time I was 31 to the time I was 36.5. I thought that I would do it in 5. I was off. Took 5.5. Okay. The decision was made though. I am going to do it. And I don't care what happens. I'm not gonna buy anything. I'm gonna wear the same freaking clothes. I'm gonna wear the same outfits. I'm not going anywhere that it's not time for me to go to. If you go back on my Facebook, I used to always put a hashtag and it said in due time. Hashtag in due time. Hashtag in due time. It's not that I can't have it now, it's that it's not falling into my strategic game plan. Hashtag in due time. That's what it takes, man. But people got to take it. I had a guy hit me up the other day. He told me he wanted to do all these things with his life. I started instructing him on exactly what to do, step by step, over and over and over and over and over again. I went and sat with him. I invited him to my house. I sent him instructions. I put him in training courses. I literally sent PDFs of what to do every day. And he's not doing it. He's not doing it. Good morning. He's not doing it. So what does that mean? That means he hasn't made a fundamental choice. He says one thing, but his actions are showing another thing. He's not saying, I'm going to do it come hell or high water. If he was, then he would already be changing things. But he's not, because he hasn't gotten to the hell or high water part. That's where we need to get to. Come hell or high water, I am taking this. It's not going to be given to me. And quite frankly, if I don't change it, it's not going to be changed, right? And I am going to stay in the same spot. Anyway, I'm here at my destination. Love you guys. Pray for safe travels. Happy Friday. Pop in next week. Go take it.